Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mike.
What's up? It's Mike.
And today we're going to do something a little different. Normally, we podcast about gambling picks and shit, but we always try to podcast about something cool. And we're pretty into TV shows. You want to explain a little of what we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to kind of do a tournament. We picked 16 human characters from TV shows. We really like a lot of supernatural type drama shows. We picked 16 human characters, which is kind of actually difficult to find.
Right.
We took 8 good guys, put them on one side of a bracket, 8 bad guys, put them on the other side, and we're gonna try to figure out who would win.
Right. So, although we took supernatural television shows, they're all humans with no supernatural abilities.
So it definitely made it tricky to narrow it down.
Right. So we bracketed them. The 8 good guys on one side, the 8 bad guys on the other. They'll fight. We seeded them. To give you a quick rundown, on our good guys, our number 1 seed was Dean Winchester. Obviously, you'll notice that we both look exactly like Dean Winchester,
Yeah, exactly.
which is cool. Like our sex appeal is pretty high, as is his.
Right, makes sense.
So he was the 1 seed, and maybe it's a little bit of bias because we're so favorite towards him. Our 2nd seed was Sam Winchester. Our 3rd seed was Ulrich from Vampire Diaries. Our 4th seed was Dexter, which we had a little debate as to whether he was good or not.
Yeah, that was on the border.
Boiled down to he fights evil in a way, so we went with good for him.
We're drinking out of Christmas colored wine glasses
We have
because it is
chalices.
Christmas. Yeah,
For our Christmas wine.
exactly.
I know it's like kind of a chick thing to drink wine, I guess, but like Carlo Rossi's like super cheap.
It's really cheap and like, yeah, we got these like red and green glasses.
I'm 2% Jew,
Right, yeah,
which is like the
Jew.
cheap thing.
Right, it just made sense. And I mean, like, we also like crushed a bunch of beer before this, and we will after this, so that's all cool.
Yeah, like actually probably during this we'll have to go get more beer.
Yeah.
And drink more.
Right. Well, it's 3:48 a.m., so like we got an hour and 12 minutes to kill what we have, and then we can buy more.
Exactly. So where are we at? Our 5 seed? Which would be Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arthur from Merlin. Prince Arthur in the part of Merlin that we're at. Neither one of us have finished it. But we know he eventually becomes King Arthur. Blah, blah, blah. Next we have Dokes, James Dokes from Dexter. A lot of debate on him, but we figured that his animal instincts and size and strength would put him up there. He's a formidable opponent, and he's a good guy because even though he's Dexter's adversary, he is a good character. Wesley from the Buffy/Angel universe, Wesley Wyndham-Pryce, which was a big factor in Giles from the same universe not making it. And then Charles Gunn from the Angel universe is the 8 seed. You want to take the bad guys?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, God. As always, our technology is still reduced to this pig. So it was very difficult for us to work with this pig.
Yeah, get that thing on there.
Yeah, get that pig nice and wet.
Yeah.
Alright, so our angles will probably change from time to time.
Yeah, that's cool. We got that Supernatural poster in the background, though. That's cool.
Yeah, so now you can see that.
Right. So for the bad guys, for the 1st seed, we got Connor from Supernatural and Angel. We both...
Just Angel.
Or from... what am I saying? Just from Angel.
He's a faggot.
He's a faggot. Yeah.
But he is the 1 seed.
Yeah,
He's the destroyer. The destroyer. The breaker of the worlds.
Yeah.
This
little pussy, yeah.
Fucking hipster teen.
Yeah. Like the fucking actor that played him was like living in his car. Dude made how much money playing on like 3 seasons of Angel, but
yeah, and that Mad Men shit too.
Yeah, exactly. He was like living in his car, being like super fucking hippie.
Yeah, it's not fair that I have money.
Yeah.
You're a faggot.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Exactly. 2 seed is Catch from Supernatural.
Also a faggot.
Also, yeah. Actually, a lot of these, because all the cool bad guys aren't human.
Right.
You know, I mean, you got a couple.
Yeah, like you could easily grab Klaus and throw him in there from the
Yeah,
originals or
you just
Vampire
crush
Diaries,
everyone.
but-
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
you destroy everybody.
yeah,
So you got to take what you can.
yeah.
So
3 seed, we got Sam Winchester, the grandpa, Sam Winchester, sneaky old bastard. He's actually a tough opponent.
yeah,
He knows a lot of the lore, and you know he's a seasoned fighter. So
probably the Winchester we actually look the closest to.
yeah, seriously.
Whatever.
4 seed, we got Negan from The Walking Dead. There's a debate on whether to, put him and John Winchester. Also, debate to put him in there at all because we didn't have any other characters from Walking Dead. But we decided to put him in there. So.
Yeah, before anybody, all 1.5 people that might watch this, Mike doesn't watch Walking Dead, which is whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's super popular, but if you follow it, a lot of people dropped off. It's actually a pretty mediocre show anymore. So before you're like, "Where's Rick? Where's Rick?" He's not even into the show really. And
Right.
they're just humans
yeah.
anyway. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. 5 seed, we have Brian from Dexter, Ice Truck Killer.
Yep, season 1.
So
Dexter's brother.
yes. The 6 seed, we have Uther with his from Merlin.
Yeah.
Also, the same character Anthony Stewart Head plays Giles. That was one of the reasons also we didn't have Giles in there as a good guy. 7 seed is Blaine from iZombie, and that was kind of an interesting one because Blaine is a zombie through a lot of that. But we decided that his supernatural abilities weren't very. They didn't really change his character enough. He was still the same thing when he was human. Just conniving and
The zombies are just kind of retarded. I call old people at Walmart zombies. 'Cause
Right.
They just kind of meander through the fucking aisle.
right.
Yeah, I mean, if they bite you, you're a zombie or whatever. But how hard is it to stop somebody from biting you?
Yeah, that's not that hard.
Dwayne Wade gets his asshole bitten all the time.
Yeah,
That's one
yeah,
thing.
we learned that. We learned that today. And I don't know how we're a couple weeks late on that. Somehow that Dwayne Wade's wife eats his asshole out, but I don't really understand why we didn't know that.
Is that why that picture had all those peaches?
Yeah, because they look like assholes.
They look like butts. Because I thought it was a box of butts at first.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
And then the 8th seed is Warren from Buffy. Just super smart nerd. Just probably could give some people a run just because he had those
Gadgets.
yeah, all that kind of shit that he can do.
Something he has in common with Gunn and Dokes, too, actually, is they all beat women. So,
That is true.
yeah. Yeah, he killed that girl in that one episode, that super hot girl.
That's right.
Killed the shit out of her. So, yeah, there's your setup. I guess we'll probably start with the 1 verse 8 on the good guy side and then progress through the tournament. So the 1 verse 8 on the good guy side, we have Dean Winchester versus Charles Gunn, Supernatural versus Angel. Now we haven't rehearsed anything on this.
Right.
We're just gonna go through it. So while it might be a little bit choppy and mixed up here, it's also gonna be initial reactions. So
Right, and just fucking deal with it because
yeah,
you're watching it anyway.
yeah,
so,
you're watching this, faggot.
Yeah. The Universe Gun is interesting because they're both kind of the muscle in their groups,
Which is funny because Sam's 6'8",
Right.
solid granite,
Right.
But Dean's portrayed as tougher than him because he's vegan and
Yeah.
sensitive and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gunn's Gunn I guess is the muscle.
Yeah.
He's not the strongest character, which is interesting.
Right. Right.
But, Gunn did. He pushed Amy Acker, didn't he? He pushed fucking Fred at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
He beat women.
It was in that episode where he had all those gambling debts.
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of those things that he pushes her. And
Yeah, it was fuck you, bitch.
it wasn't even a big deal. And she's just scarred for life.
Yeah,
from it.
yeah. That's a whole other story. Yeah, so Gunn gets some respect for that, but
Got Fred killed, dude.
yeah, he did. He
Son
did.
of a bitch.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to this one, I mean, you both have experience fighting supernatural, which, you know, obviously doesn't come into play quite into this, but if you could beat supernatural beings, it gives you a leg up
Right.
on other opposition. But they've both done that. Dean definitely probably has a bigger arsenal, just because of time periods of the shows. I mean,
Right.
surprisingly enough, I don't think Charles Gunn ever used a gun.
No, I don't think he did.
Like when he was like one of those troubled youths on the
Yeah,
streets,
I mean,
maybe.
he did then, but
Well, like his gang got in that turf war and Wes got shot.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Wes took that bullet for that other black dude.
yeah.
Or he took it for Gunn. Or was it Gunn's friend?
It was that Mark. No, not Marcus. Marcus was the cocksucker. It was I
One of
forget what
Gunn's
his name was.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, because then Wes was like all in with that posse. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was when Angel was away. When
yeah.
they were, you know, away from him.
Uh,
Because then Wes was in that wheelchair.
yeah,
Like, all right.
yeah. It was that. Yeah, it was that little one. It was that little dude that he took that bullet for. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that gave him some street cred.
Yeah.
Dean and Gunn. So I guess if you're going like primary weapon use, Dean's got to be like a 9mm,
Right.
and Gunn's got to be that axe.
Yeah.
Overall strength is probably about a wash.
Probably.
Experience is probably going to go Dean's way. I mean, he's fought
Yeah.
way tougher opponents. Dean's obviously
Way
he's a
more
main
battles.
character.
Right.
I think it's probably a
It's
no-brainer
probably
here.
Dean here. Yeah.
Yeah, Dean's going to run away with this one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's many compelling arguments for Gunn.
Nah.
So we got Dean taking out Gunn in the first round. Over on the bad side, you got Connor versus Warren.
That's interesting because Connor obviously has the speed and the strength that everything that Warren doesn't have, but he's also retarded, and Warren has like those little gadgets, and he's really smart. And,
Yeah, Warren has the robots, and he plays his tricks, and he kind of knows like weaknesses to people.
Right.
Like Connor has so many daddy issues. I'm sure Warren can use some of that against him.
Right.
You know, overall, this battle's probably going to go to Connor.
Right.
In scenarios, I could see Warren use is like maybe employ an angel robot,
Right.
a naked angel robot, and like Connor's like, Dad, why are you flashing me with your dick?
Right.
And like he'd probably want to suck it because he's a little faggot.
Yeah, I think so. He tried a bunch.
Trying to with dicks.
Yeah, he tried a bunch to suck Angel's dick. But yeah, I think Connor would take that, and it would be, I mean, Connor would just catch him by surprise, probably.
The difficult thing with Connor is they introduced him, and he comes in and he whips everybody in the whole hotel's ass.
Yeah.
Angel, fucking every single person whips their ass.
Yeah.
And then, like, the rest of the series, he's just, like, some little snivelly bitch. Like, he's fucking useless.
Right.
So it, like, makes it really hard to distinguish. But, yeah, I guess Connor would move on and kind of remember his moments where he was a difficult opponent, I guess.
Yeah.
Funny, too, because Connor's probably actually a good guy. But he's just so
Yeah.
gay. So we'll bounce back over to the good guys. We got Sam Winchester and James Dokes. This is actually a pretty good matchup.
It's a good matchup. I mean, they're both strong, physically strong. They're both pretty smart.
That's a pretty gargantuan matchup.
Yeah,
actually.
it is. I think just overall, like, Sam just has a lot more experience with hand-to-hand combat and things like that.
You know, I'll throw you a curveball, though. Is like Sam's very honest, forward with everything.
Right.
Very sensitive. Like Dokes is gonna lie to your face, and he's gonna like steal your wallet.
Right.
Like he's
right.
gonna do anything. Like he doesn't really have morals or like a human code.
That's true.
Because it's just him above anyone else
Right.
for whatever reason.
Right. So that's true.
Yeah, I mean, like he might be able to kind of goat Sam into a more fair matchup, which
He might.
one on
But
one.
then you go physically. I mean, Sam's. Dokes is big, but I mean, Sam's. He's fucking ripped, and he's like 6'6" and just fucking. And he's quick. So. Physically, I mean, it's close, but you might give an edge to Sam there, and then
similar weaponry. Yeah, I guess like it is actually like a lot closer than I would honestly like to give it credit for because I like Sam a lot more.
Right.
But when it comes down to it, the opponents they've faced.
Right, and I think the thing is like they're pretty similar, oddly enough, but Sam just does everything a little bit better.
Yeah,
And I think that's where it.
I agree with that. Definitely Sam. Probably our best matchup so far.
Yeah.
Sam's going to move on to the other side. Ketch and Blaine. Blaine obviously has a little bit of zombie strength to him. And he is conniving.
Right. They both are.
Right, Ketch also is. The only thing I could see playing in here for Ketch too is like, how he seduced Mary Winchester. Like he might be able to seduce Peyton. Because Peyton's a whore.
Right.
And he might be able to, like, bang Peyton, which would piss Blaine off.
That's true.
And Ravi.
And me. Yeah.
If you've ever seen iZombie, like, if you don't even have any interest in it, just watch it for, like, Liv. Because, like, as a human, Rose McGowan?
Yeah.
MacGyver.
Rose MacGyver.
She's, like, not that hot, really, but, like, as a zombie, she's super
amazing.
Hot. But then her friend Peyton in the show
is Allie, starts with an M, whatever. Yeah. From Allie and AJ.
Super hot.
Yeah, I mean, she's ridiculous. She's
ridiculously
one of the hottest humans in the world. But
and Blaine bangs her. Which, like, if you're comparing that kind of strength, like, banging Peyton is way better than banging Mary Winchester.
Right.
Mary Winchester sucks.
Right.
That's funny. She's like, I mean, chronologically has to be like 60 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Or more. I mean,
yeah.
Probably at least 60, though.
Right.
Yeah, like, she's, like, held together okay, I guess. But, like,
yeah.
like a little British bang that just bangs her.
Yeah.
It's hard to gauge Ketch because, like, he actually, like, was tough. He's, like, a tough adversary and shit. But, like, they built that shit up so much to lead to, like, nothing.
Right.
Like, I guess you really don't know his full capability.
Yeah.
Whereas Blaine has outlived and outlasted so many through just deceit. And then he has, like, the overall probably zombie strength. I think I'm going to pull an upset here, and I'm going to go Blaine over Ketch.
I like Blaine. I mean, Ketch's big thing is his wit, and Blaine matches him with that, and then he's got that zombie...
Right, well, he pinned everything on that Asian cop, remember?
Yeah.
Which, to outsmart an Asian is...
that's...
my God.
Yeah.
Just the brain power involved in that alone. Next, I'm going to actually go get us some more beers. Okay. Let's pause this. We're going to put you on pause. Nope. All right, welcome back.
All right, beer's just, like, appeared somehow.
Yeah, we got beer now.
Yeah.
Not drinking wine anymore. The Rossi's gone.
Yeah.
All right. So that moves us up to Ulrich versus Wesley Wyndham Price. Ulrich from the Vampire Diaries universe. Wesley, obviously, from Buffy/Angel. Both tons of experience against supernatural beings.
Yeah, they're both really like. Yeah, they're just both like veteran, like kind of like they're actually similar characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar characters again. I mean, Wesley's a little bit more like.
They both have their reasons too for like they both kind of become like cold and calloused over time.
Yeah, they do.
Like obviously, if this fight was early on, Ulrich would destroy Wesley.
Right.
But I think with this, we kind of have like the older Wesley in mind, where he's kind of evolved into a stronger character. But I think as far as like battle experience, they're both pretty similar.
I think so. I mean, like Ulrich might have a little bit more battle experience, but not a ton more. Then obviously Wesley has some more book knowledge, but I mean Ulrich wasn't an idiot either.
Ulrich was a professor.
Yeah, he was super smart too. So
Wesley was head
head,
altar boy.
head boy, yeah.
Yeah, I think I give this edge to Ulrich only on the circumstance that like Wesley, even after he becomes like a stronger character, he still shows like a lot of signs of weakness and shit that
Right.
like Ulrich really didn't have. I mean,
Yeah, Ulrich was kind of. I mean, like he cared about like Elena and Jeremy, but I mean, he was kind of just like a loose cannon,
right?
and Wes had even when he became kind of super jaded and shit, like he still had all these people he cared for, and like kind of like you know really like thoughtful of everything he did, but
I mean, the coolest thing Wes ever did was like keep that ginger bitch in that closet.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Then he made her go out on that boat.
That was one of the coolest things anybody's ever done.
yeah, actually. Yeah, I think I'd give this one to Ulrich. I think overall,
it's a good matchup. But
it is a good matchup. I think some cases could be made for Wes, but okay, bouncing back over to the bad guys, you got Sam Winchester, the grandpa version, versus King Uther from Merlin. Both kind of seasoned veterans, actually. The way that matched up, interesting.
Yeah.
You're not too deep into Merlin. They get a little more into Uther's character, where he is like like a seasoned fighter. Like he's led through battle many times.
Right.
He fights a couple one-on-ones and wins it. I mean, it's Giles, so he has those sword play skills.
Yeah.
Like, still, it does the same thing. Anthony Stewart Head must be like obsessed with fencing or something.
And singing, both of those. Yeah.
I think Sam is a little more ruthless, though.
Yeah, he is.
He just kind of kills whatever, whenever, as long as he sees fit, whether there's a gray area or not.
Right, he kind of he does his thing, and
yeah, and the thing about hunters is they have like a bag of tricks that involves like magic, and I think that could really throw Uther off his game because it would fuck with him. And you're talking about like completely different time periods and shit. Like, I think you got to go with Sam for the win there.
Yeah, with his bag of dicks.
Yeah, epic bag of dicks. Okay, bouncing back over to the good guys, you got Dexter versus King Arthur, Prince Arthur, depending on where you're at. That's actually a really good matchup.
That is a good matchup. I mean, that's all going to depend on, like, Arthur's going to be the better fighter.
Right.
But it all depends on, if Dexter's able to get a jump on him, because Dexter's, like, the master creep,
Right. I think you might find a slight upset here, too, in the fact that, like, Dexter's motivation for killing is usually this guy's a bad guy. Whereas, like, I know this is just kind of tournament style, whatever. These people know they're fighting each other, I guess. But Arthur's, like, the ultimate good guy. Like, there's nothing, he's just, like, epically a good king, good prince, whatever, moral being.
Right. I mean, like, he's, like, a little bit of a douchebag. But other than that, like, he's super, like, good.
Just.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think right off the bat there, you have, like, a little bit of advantage to Arthur because he's going to see Dexter as a bad guy.
Right.
Because he is one, technically.
Right.
Hand-to-hand combat might be slightly a wash, but once you involve weapons, I think Arthur would have the edge.
Arthur would be a little bit, yeah.
And Arthur has a battle experience against supernatural beings, whereas Dexter's only battled humans.
I think I like Arthur there, actually.
I think I do, too. So, we'll go Arthur. We'll cross out Arthur, because I crossed out Dokes and I crossed out Warren.
Okay.
But I didn't cross out anyone else. So we'll have to cross out one more between the next one. Oh, I guess we only have one more left. Okay. Negan and the Ice Truck Killer, Brian. It's a little bit tough one. They're both they're both pretty conniving. They're both manipulators of people. Negan gets an entire group of people to completely conform to his ways and basically be a cult, whereas Brian tricks Deborah Morgan into fucking him,
Yeah.
which is like
It's a good
really,
move.
Yeah, really important.
I wish I could trick Deborah Morgan into fucking me.
Is she hot? Like,
Yeah, she is. She's like one of those like secretly hot, you know?
you like the girls with no body because, like, for one, she has
Yeah,
no body.
that's true.
And you do like that. Yeah, he's like, my tits are nasty. I just like this flat table. It makes no sense to me.
Although the last girl I fucked was like 400 pounds. So.
Must have been a terrible night.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Does she smell?
You know, honestly, surprisingly not.
I feel like all fat people have to smell.
Yeah.
Like when I put on weight, like right now, like I smell sometimes.
I do too.
Like
but,
more than I normally would.
Like I didn't like.
Like I'm kind of sweating right now. You know?
Me too. I might actually turn on the air conditioning. And it's December, but
we live in Ohio. It's like 12 degrees outside. Yeah, we just sweat.
Yeah. But yeah, surprisingly she didn't smell though. She was like super well kept, so
She probably only had to be clean for like 10 minutes.
yeah.
Like you guys, what? You just went out to that dinner?
Yeah, we just like went to dinner.
Did you pay?
I don't remember actually. I think I'm sure I probably did.
Ugh.
I was like probably like King Albert there.
King
Yeah,
Albert.
Or King Arthur. King Albert. I was like King Albert there.
She was like Fat Albert.
Yeah, Fat Albert and King Arthur.
Hey, I'm gonna suck your dick.
That was pretty much it. That was exactly my night.
Yeah, you said she just like kind of went back and like, just like she knew what it was. Like you guys. Were just gonna fuck.
She did. She did. She was like super like that there was like no fucking even like idea of like us hanging out the night.
Like when you went back
talking the
into her
next day.
house, like did she like try to put like a movie or something on, or was it just
Yeah.
she did?
Yeah, she did.
What she went
She's
on?
like, it was that fucking that new Wonder Woman.
Oh really? That's
Yeah,
a good movie.
and like I was actually like super into it before she like started touching my dick, and I
I
was
could
like,
have fucked her too then. Like,
Yeah.
fat aside with like Gal Gadot on there.
yeah,
Oh,
and I was like kind of on the fence, like whether to like pursue it or like continue watching the movie because it was like I was like super interested.
yeah, it's like actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
I thought I hate that movie. Negan and Brian. I think actually, like I think it's almost a clear cut Negan.
I think so.
Because there's nothing really that Brian has that Negan doesn't.
Right.
So.
I mean, yeah,
Unless
like
you got a
Negan's.
case.
No, I mean Negan's better hand to hand. I mean, they're both conniving. Like they're. I think it's got to be Negan.
All right, we're going Negan. All right, and on a similar stage to our pig technology, for some reason we can only take like 30-minute videos at a time. So we're at 28:21. So I think we're gonna shut this off for the moment and start a part 2.
Yeah.
So if you're one of our 1.5 viewers, tune into part 2.